Hi, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. Now we're going to know. Let's start with a hug. During the summer months, I'll be coming to you at kind of different times only because I'm taking some time off to do family stuff, me stuff. I'm trying to enjoy my summer. But at the same time, I still got to keep you guys up to date with the scoop. How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Are you excited about the upcoming week? On the East Coast, we're expecting yet another heat wave. So stay hydrated and stay cool. I've got questions during this edition of Curls and Scoop, and we're going to start off with, how do you feel about an ex that talks about your relationship in public and spilling the beans? I'm sure Halle Berry was sick of this. The Oscar winner in the 90s, 1996, she was married to a very handsome baseball star, David Justice, and he played for the Atlanta Braves. They married. She proposed to him after dating for 5 months. And of course, everyone wondered, what happened? She's the most beautiful woman in the world. What went wrong? David Justice, who's 59 now, says he couldn't see Halle as motherly or as the mother of his children. He said at that time, she didn't cook, she didn't clean. She was not motherly. Her star was on the rise, and just a few years later, she would go on to win an Academy Award. They both had demanding careers, and he admits that maybe, just maybe, if they had gotten therapy, maybe it could have survived. It didn't end nice. She had got a restraining order against him. She accused him of abuse. He says these were lies. They were all made and said to make him look bad and make her look like the innocent. Oh no. He was very upset when she would always talk about an ex-boyfriend who abused her and damaged her eardrum. He said she would never clear it up, and people thought it was him. He says, I wasn't her ex-boyfriend, I was her ex-husband. So things like that, but it did not end well. Another relationship that Halle has had, husbands, the ex was made to look bad. I remember Eric Benet, he was cheating on her, which is not a good thing, but he had to come out and say he was a sex addict to protect her image, because how do you cheat on her? Well, even beautiful women can get cheated on. Anybody can get cheated on. And Eric Benet later retracted that and said, I was not a sex addict. I was cheating, I was wrong, but I was not a sex addict. So a lot of people were surprised that David Justice will talk now, and they're like, why? I'm sure Halle is not happy about this at all. But your thoughts? Should one speak on one's ex? Toni Braxton, how does she celebrate her wedding anniversary to rapper producer Birdman? He gave her a $5 million ring. They married. It was weird between them. They'd been together for a minute, but then they married. Then she announced they were divorcing. Then they never divorced. They got back together. She got a $5 million ring. Let's talk box office. Weapons, a new horror movie that my son went into detail. We were having dinner on Friday, and I was like, you see me eating? You know I don't like horror movies, because he said, Mom, you're not going to like this movie, but this is what happened. It's a horror movie. Josh Brolin. It took in $42 million to come in number one, $70 million worldwide. A very creepy movie, Weapons, coming in at number two, Freakier Friday, taking in $45 million around the world, $29 million stateside, but it only cost $45 million to make. It already made its money back. And that is the ultimate goal. Here's another question I have. There's a lot of debate about big back energy What is that? When a woman is heavy, she has a heavy back or a wide back, maybe fat on her back, but it's just very wide. And I first heard this term with Charlemagne the God when he was talking about Risa Tisa, who went through the whole thing with the guy and dating, and he said, she's giving me big back energy. And I was like, what that mean? Is big back energy a joke or a way to body shame a person who is energy? Because a man could have big back energy too, and it's just women. Your thoughts. Do you think it's a joke? Or do you think you're body shaming me? That's what you're doing. You're body shaming me. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let's talk books. Lionel Richie, My Family, is coming out with a book next month entitled Truly. It's My Family. But I want to know what really happened with the breakup with the Commodores. They never would let him come back. There's never been a Lionel Richie and the Commodores reunion, which is sad because they would have made so much money. Not that Lionel is hurting, because he's not. But when he left the Commodores, he really went on to superstardom, and they never forgave him. Also want to know, is he going to talk about his first marriage to Brenda Richie? This ain't a rumor, because Jet Magazine had it. When Brenda Richie caught Lionel cheating, she beat him up, the side chick, she tore everything apart. There was no stopping Brenda Richie. Is he going to talk about that? Or is he going to gloss over it? See, that's how you can tell if a biography is real. If they gloss over stuff that's like, you playing, what really happened here? But Brenda did. Brenda kicked everybody's behind. That book comes out next month. One book that's not coming out next month is Albie Shores. Do You Believe Me Now is a book full of Diddy accusations. What happened, he claims, to Kim Porter, that she was murdered. Simon & Schuster is afraid to release this book, and it's not coming out next month. Maybe they'll get to see. Meanwhile, in a bid to get out of prison, Diddy is offering to give counseling to other prisoners on abuse. What's he going to talk about? How not to hurt nobody when you're stomping them on the stomach when you're pregnant with your child? He plays too much. And I'm not going to talk about him all week. Y'all going to be like, Pat, you talk about him every day. I'm not talking about him all week. But Tracee Ellis Ross, have you checked out her traveling show, Traveling Solo, or Solo Traveling with Tracee Ellis Ross, has been renewed for a second season, and it's on the Roku channel. I liked it. It was a little slow paced at first, but she travels all around the world, all by herself. It's something that I couldn't do, but a lot of people boldly do it and enjoy traveling the world. Season number 2 is coming. Kelly Clarkson, in lieu of the death of her ex-husband, she has taken a little break, but she's returning to her talk show in September. She's returning to her Las Vegas residency in November. So she will be resuming. She's taking a little break. She needs to be there for her children. She says she wants to feel present for her children. She'll return to those duties then. Eddie Murphy. Anyone seen the pickup? Some of you have already told me. I don't mind. You can tell me what it is because I haven't gotten around to watching it, but I'm doing it. It's on Prime. Keke Palmer, Pete Davidson. In a recent interview, and it's funny because Eddie Murphy don't give a lot, but in this interview, he talked about Norbit. And he said Norbit was not a bad movie. I did not like Norbit. I know a lot of y'all do. But I felt that it cost him an Academy Award because he played Jimmy Early in Dreamgirls, and he was so good, but he was so overlooked. And he should have won that year. But I felt that Norbit, the character, was mean-spirited. He played all the characters. And it's not that he's not talented. Of course he's talented. I just didn't like this mean-spirited character. Anywho, Eddie said it was not a bad movie. And he stood 10 toes down. I've done worse. Okay, Eddie. He's proud of Norbit. Now I don't know if there'll be a Norbit number 2. but he did speak about Norbit. He loved the movie and the characters. He is playing George Clinton in an upcoming biopic. I played some George Clinton tonight, and I can't wait to see what Eddie Murphy does. He's also going to be the new Inspector Clouseau as they bring back the Pink Panther series. I'm the documentary queen. There's a great one on Netflix. Ed Sullivan was the dean of TV, and he was immensely popular, groundbreaking, but he had a great show with the Ed Sullivan Show. He did more than just bring the Beatles to America and put them on TV or show Elvis like midway. He demanded that Black artists be able to perform on his popular show. Back then, you didn't have a gazillion channels. You may have had 3, and Ed Sullivan was the show people watched on Sunday nights. As I remember my parents always talking about it. Well, there's a Netflix documentary, and our Auntie Dionne Warwick is in it, but I urge you to see it, the early days of television and that era of music. It's an excellent documentary, and if you love music and things like that and that kind of history, you will want to check it out. So that you don't miss anything, subscribe to the channel. I ask questions. What is Big Back Energy? Should you tell, or do you mind your ex spilling the beans about the relationship? Is it some form of trespassing? Give us a thumbs up. Answer the questions if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's big hair, it's curls, it's scoop. We're going to make you laugh. I'm going to make you think. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks for joining me. I am your auntie of pop culture. Thanks for joining us.